Today's video is the British 1803 Infantry Officer Sword. This is from USS. They do a great job with their reproductions of sabers. It's a really great blade for different types of punch cuts and for direct thrust. We'll do some cut testing, up close looks, and specs. Let's get into it. Overall length 37 1/4, 32 3/8 of blade length. This one comes unsharpened unless you add a sharpening service. And this one's been sharpened, obviously, and the top edge is sharp as well. That way for different types of whipping, different types of draw cuts, and for pulling the thrust out. Weighing in at 2 pounds, 3.2 ounces. This one is not really heavy by any means, or at least doesn't feel heavy for me. It's really great for punch cut type of motions, like short chopping cuts. Obviously the thrusting, even with it being so back swept, to be able to get around someone's blade and maneuver with this one, either with different types of cuts or into direct thrust, it feels really great in the hand. 2 pounds, 3.2 ounces for this blade. Easy to get cuts around, whether that be from the wrist, whether that be more hacks or different types of punch cuts. Maneuvering it through different guard positions on the thrust. It feels solid. I like it a lot. If you're looking to add a saber to your collection, this may be one that you want to add. Let's take a look at the scabbard. The scabbard and also some features on the handle. This is a leather scabbard that has brass accents to it, brass pieces on top of it, so you can hang this if you're doing this for reenactments, or you just want more of a traditional scabbard. Also the tip of it is brass in order to protect the sword from going through the scabbard. There's no wood on this at all. This is just a standard piece of leather that's stitched on the back. If we look at the handle itself, this is a wood cord leather wrapped handle. The handle is short, 3.5 inches on the handle. Shorter is a better way to put it. We have a lion head peened pommel with a D-guard in order to protect the knuckle lining for cuts, and also when you are in different guard positions to protect the hand. It's really sweet looking. I like the handle shape a lot, meaning that you're gonna see how it bellies out and then it gets a little bit more skinny toward the pommel, and that locks that right into your hand. It's actually one of my more preferred handle designs. Holding this in a hammer grip, or if you did want to go more into a modified or saber grip or handshake grip, you can do all three, and you're not going to really have a problem with that at all. Cutting ability is great on this, and also thrusting ability. Point of balance is 7 1/4 inches, and you know, if you wanted to do this for reenactments, you can hang this for a sword hanger, or you can just hang this on a sword stand. Let's do some up close looks of this one in the scabbard and out of the scabbard. Alright, so what I want to do now is offer a little bit of movement with this sword. So moving through some cuts, moving into different guard positions, into the thrusting, and things like that. Whether you're going to do that at all with this sword or not, doesn't really matter. My intention is for you to get as close to 3-dimensional as possible so you can see what this sword looks like in motion. Let's take a look at that clip. Alright, we took a look at a little bit of movement with this saber. Saw some movement through cuts, movement through thrusts, and different guard positions. Now let's take a look at the cut testing. 2 types of cut testing I did. I worked, obviously, a little bit of punch cuts. I worked with some larger cuts off of the shoulder, and then I used some ripping off of the top edge. So using and turning the edge over, and then ripping with that top edge on the forehand side, and also on the backhand side. If you don't have training, don't try that. But if you do have training, it's something that was used, and I want to offer that for you for the cut testing. Let's take a look at that. Alright, so thanks for joining me for this video on the British 1803 Officer Saber by USS Swords. They do a great job in their saber reproductions. If you want to add this one to your collection today, click the link in the description below this video. As always, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.